Well, well, well. What do we have here? Hey, everybody. Welcome to season 42 of Monumental Victory. It's been some time, but we got a new map for you this time around. I guess our newer compared to a lot of the maps we kind of played before. So this map was just released at the beginning of this month, in July 1st. It's called Chaoskraft 2 Lands of Legend. I don't remember. I think it's Benplay X is the map creator. We will find out soon enough. I kind of just took a very brief peek at the starting area and stuff just to see if it was up to snuff with what I would expect of a Monumental Victory. Not that we've played. Not that all of our maps that we've played have been the most most amazing, but just by the starting area, there's definitely been a lot of love and attention and time put into it. So I think we're gonna be okay with this map. So welcome to Chaoskraft 2 Lands of Legend by Ben Player X. There we go. Okay, I knew I saw it somewhere. This is a spawn area. Your inventory will be cleared when you leave, so don't bother collecting materials. The starting map, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Definitely a lot of love and care was put into this map, or at least by the looks of the starting area. What's that sign say? Speed potion dispenser. Oh, that's not going to be useful for us. Maybe for a speedrunner who's trying to get up there faster or something, but we ain't no speedrunner. We're a slow runner. The signs on Prismarine are all lore. Read only if you want. The living nightmares have all returned to their graves. Maybe in reference to the first version of the map, or first one in the series. Now chaos only reigns in the Forsaken Islands. Legends say the island has power, and it's the birthplace of magic. And humans, you, a hero, or a sellsword, doesn't matter, have been given a mission. Travel to the island and destroy the last of us. No. Destroy the last remnant of chaos in the world, so peace returns. God, this starting area must have taken forever to construct. I mean, some of this was obviously copy-paste. I mean, you can kind of create a section and kind of copy it up, and copy the towers themselves. But I mean, just the builds themselves. I mean, take some time to build. The whole setup itself. I mean, some of it, again, is probably you can copy-paste it and repeat it up. But, I mean, it still takes quite a bit of time. Even the carving and construction of this area. Very well done. I like it a lot. This is an altar of life. These are very important. Okay. You'll find monument blocks and fleece boxes similar to this one. Okay. Looks like a shulker box, so a wool box with a shulker box in it that probably has the some wools in it. Damn noisy beacon. Ben Player X, map creator. So, what do we have here? I'm only here for decoration. Okay, good to know. Difficulty selector. We'll be doing normal difficulty. That's typically how maps are balanced around. Else, I guess they probably wouldn't have a difficulty selector. Keep inventory off. Okay. Death counter off. We'll do our own death counter during the editing process. Guidebook. Okay, there's some lecterns here that I'm missing. I'll check that in a second. Natural spawns on. UHC mode off. Okay. What do we got here? Information. Chaoskraft 2 Lands of Legend is a 16-objective full open-world CTM map from Minecraft 1.15.2. 16 blocks. Okay. Well, blocks must be found in shulker boxes. Weapons in this map, with the exception of a few special items, have no cooldowns. The ones you craft yourself do. Makes sense. Multiplayer friendly. Don't ignore the shrines of life. If you do the final areas with, if you do the final areas, will be unplayable. This mechanic will be explained when you find the shrine. 12 disc bonus objective. Always read the item descriptions for special abilities. Don't recommend playing a very low render distance. Deactivate clouds. I have to double check if clouds are activated. 3 ways to play. Least recommended. Pure open world. Go wherever you want. Play them. Okay, so it's open world, so we can kind of do it that way, but it's not recommended. Semi-open world, you go wherever you want, but you don't cross big rivers or climb tunnel through huge mountains, as doing this might lead you to your death. Only cross these features, path and bridges, some help books, adventure, and linear. Activate the guidebook option here. Will allow you to obtain a booklet that will tell you exactly where you to go for each point. This leads you to the most balanced experience. It takes away a bit of the fun if you're not discovering the world by yourself, but only following instructions. I think we're going to go for the, not the pure open world option, but the semi-open world option, as it's seems like it's probably the most recommended option. I mean, there's no most recommended here, but it's what it seems like. Surroundings. Need help, be back. Message through on the CTM Discord. Okay. I think we'll be just fine. Don't peaceful, don't go to nether, don't craft, remove ender chests, don't craft shields. Ooh, that one's gonna be a bit of a nuisance. Don't craft enchanting tables or anvils. But I like anvils and enchanting tables. No mods. Don't abuse ocean to skip big areas. Okay. Don't strip mine to obtain materials. Creating world penetrator. Yeah, okay, I see. I mean, we don't really strip mine per se. I mean, in some of our live streams and even for general resource gathering, it's mostly just to gather up cobblestone or something. So we might do a small little. It's not really a strip, but it's more of a blob mining, I guess. It's just a big rectangular area we'll harvest out just to gather cobblestone or something. So, I mean, if I ended up doing anything like that, I will probably just avoid gathering any resources that are naturally generated, so the iron and coal and whatnot, and just skip over that. Don't murder anyone in real life. Well, I mean, that should obviously be a given. Don't cure zombie villagers. I understand why it's put in the book, but generally speaking, no one really ever does that. It's only the extremophiles that kind of do that, and really, if they're going out of their way to do something like that, and then you're probably not playing the map the correct way in most cases. If you're leaving a gameplay, if you're doing a gameplay, leave the download link. Well, I won't leave a download link, but I will be sure to leave a link to this video in the video section of the CTMC Discord. Max, so many rules. Try to have fun. What if I don't want to have fun? I just want to be miserable the whole damn time. Okay. Well, it looks like we're about ready. Before starting the map, I did. And let's start. Chaoskraft 2, Lands of Legend. Well, this is a cute little quaint starting island, and I really want to go over that. Let's check out the sign first. Newcomer's Shore. Oh, that's a skeleton. Curse of Vanishing. Ugh. Ugh. Tips for new CTM players. Nah, that's not good. Okay, so we don't really want to go over to that guy yet. So let's just get a lay of the land, see what we got around. That looks like some stone. We have that heart vitality, whatever it is thing. Got some more stone here, more stone there. We got, looks like some stone around here. We have this. Did I start on this? Yes, I did. I didn't even see this chest. Alright, with some rock cod, we've got some bread, some boots, some string. I'm not really super interested in doing any fishing if I don't have to. I mean, if situations arise where we don't really have enough... Ooh. Volume. Volume's... You so loud. A situation arises where the food situation is not as pleasant as you want. I may do some off-screen fishing, but if not necessary, then I'm not going to. I do see some wood here. It would be nice to grab a little bit of this if I can. I know that big ship over there is, and thank God it's not planks. That big ship over there is made of wood. So we could always look over into that as well. I kind of want to get just enough to make a axe. That way we can kind of harvest the wood quicker if necessary. I mean, we do have some, by the looks of it, some logs around. But going over to those is going to be putting us closer to some of the hostile mobs that I've been seeing out and about because natural spawns and nighttime and all of that. So not going to worry too much about that. We'll just grab this little bit here. That should be enough. We need 4. 4 for the crafting table, 3 for the axe, and 2 for the sticks. Okay, that should be enough. Sticks. And that should put us in a axe position. Fantastic, fantastic. Right. I realistically probably should have made a pickaxe first, but if we can get some wood over here or even on that island, we should be fine in general. This is just to get some initial wood and go from there. Okay, I see the ladder. I see, what is that, clay? Looks like an anchor. Oh, get up. Water. Let's see what this area has in store for us. It's pretty much the first area that caught my eye off of initially looking. And it looks really well lit up, which is nice. We've got a mast up here that we should be exploring up into. Okay. So let's do a little bit of exploring of this area, and I will do a little bit of chatting. I don't have a pickaxe. Ooh. That could have been bad if there was something in it. Compass, escape compass, ground speed 2 when held on a shield hand, and there's a mob in 2 block radius. Okay. I don't want one of these. So let's do a little chatting. It's been some time since I've last put out an episode of Monumental Victory. It's been a little over a year and a half, 1 year and 7 months at this point, I believe. Around a year and a half, 1 year, 7 months. I don't remember the exact date that I kind of last put out a video. It was kind of the beginning of last year, I think. Well, that was a waste. So it's been a while since I put out a video, and I kind of want to just have a little chat. Kind of explain what's been going on in the world of rock. So I think at the January or whatever it was of last year, where I kind of put out the last video, at that point I just kind of needed a little bit of a break. Recording all the time and stuff like that can get tiring, especially when it's not really your full-time job. So just needed a little bit of a break. And then, as some of you know, I can't imagine all of you know, April of last year, ran into some visa-related issues with Sweden while trying to get an extension on my contract with Mojang. The plan was to extend the contract, and then once the hiring, essentially when the hiring period was able to come back into play for Mojang, who was to get hired. but due to the visa-related issues that occurred. Oh wow, there's a lot of chests in here. Oh boy. Is there actually anything in them? I have a feeling that's gonna be no. I do think I want to grab some of these though. That will save us on our starting base with having to actually waste wood to make them, and we got a lot of wheat over here. So, getting back to my story, before getting off track. So, because of the visa-related issue, I had to leave Mojang, so my contract couldn't be extended. And at the time, Swedish law kind of stipulated that whenever they look into giving you work visa, residency visas, and stuff like that, they can look back 6 months to see if there's any issues, and they could use that information to kind of potentially decline your application if they so chose. So the plan was, after April, I left in April. So the plan was, come 6 months later, which would have been what? November, October? I'm trying not to think about it too much, but around that time, 6 months after April, I would have been able to. They would have been able to go through the process again to hire me and get me a visa and all of that. There was a plan for it. Assuming all went right, it would have worked. However, during the time that I was away from Mojang, Swedish law had changed to set it so that during the residency work visa-related period, they could look back 7 years. And so because of this, it was kind of, I don't know if Mojang has to pay to kind of, well, they have to pay the a company, third-party company to kind of work on getting people visas and applications and stuff like that. So it was kind of deemed risky, and so because of that, because they could look back the 7 years, and because there was a denial of an extension, it wasn't, I guess, they didn't want to go through, it was too risky of a process to go through. So because of that, I'm kind of barred from working in Sweden for, well, from April of last year for 7 years. So, and, what, 2026, April of 2026, in theory, I could go back to working at Mojang. I mean, obviously, it would have to be more than a contract position next time. It would have to be a full-time position, which is kind of, I think, one of the big things that screwed me over a little bit, because it wasn't a full-time position, and because the contract was, Sweden's a bit funky. So generally speaking, Sweden has, in order to get a personal card, personal ID, it's essentially the equivalent of like a Social Security card in the U.S. You have to have at least like a full-time position or a contract that's of at least a year, and mine wasn't. It might have been an oversight. I don't know. But because of that, I wasn't really able to get that personal ID, and it kind of snowballed from there. It's kind of a funky situation, and I mean, it sucks that it happened, but I mean, I can't be too terribly upset. I mean, I can. I'm an American. I could be upset as upset as I want, but I'm not going to be. I mean, shit happens, and you kind of go from there. So that was the first, I guess, hurdle. Hello. Who are you, my friend? So that was up until near the end of last year. And I've kind of tried getting contacting Mojang and seeing if there was anything we could do and stuff like that. But it's become a thing of its from a company's perspective. It's still a little bit too risky just because there's not a guarantee I can get hired. So I mean, I can understand it from a business perspective. But since that, I have been doing a bunch of work in trying to find jobs elsewhere, whether as a holdover until maybe I can get back to Mojang, or as just something new and interesting that I could get into. And unfortunately, the job process is not the easiest when it comes to software developers, software engineers in some cases. I'm kind of an old dog, so I don't necessarily know all the new tricks. So, I mean, some of that has been, maybe I should have done more research. Maybe the companies I had worked for allowed for opportunities to do this research. It might have made it easier, but and even a few of the companies that I applied to, I kind of got into the end stages of the interview process. So, I mean, I was pretty close, I think, to getting a few jobs. But that was kind of what I was doing for a while. And then maybe a month ago, I think it's closer to a month and a half at this point, I got a temp job. Hi, dog. What are you doing? I've got a dog here with a cone on its head because it got some minor surgery. It needs to wear a cone. Who's wanting to get my attention? Okay, she's good. So I got a temp job at Walmart as a nighttime stalker. Not the most glorious of jobs, but when you need money, it's a job. So, I mean, sure, I can complain about it all day long. But when you need money, you need money. And given the state of the world with the Rona, I guess having a job is better than not having a job. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm kind of trying to figure out what I want to do. Potentially doing some efforts into maybe trying to get into Bedrock Marketplace stuff, doing map making, or even just managing of other people doing map making. Trying to see what my options are. I mean, I know so much about Minecraft that it seems like a waste to not continue doing a job. Oh, woo! Seems like a waste to not continue doing some type of work in some fashion on Minecraft. Okay, we should really get over to that real quick. Check out what that is all about. Now that I'm done my rambling. Let's see what that is all about. It's supposedly important, and that we shouldn't be ignoring it because of later areas. I'm guessing we'll be getting some type of health boost or something, like a permanent, some type of permanent health boost or something that the mobs in the later area will be hitting uber hard, and if we don't have that health boost, then we're kind of boned. There's a lot of mobs around. Let's just get a little wasted torch round or two on some of these spawners instead of having to mine them. So yeah, I don't know what my schedule is going to be for Monumental Victory at the moment. I really want to get back into it because it's been so long, and Minecraft has always been an uber passion of mine. Solidified essence of life. When you touch it, you can feel its soul. Place it on the shrine of life to gain vitality. Oh, shit, no, I didn't. I don't know if that's the Shrine of Life. I'm afraid to actually try to put it down, because I feel like this block right here might be the Shrine of Life, or it might be another area. It could be something that's like at the monument. I don't want to, like, it's bedrock, so if I place it down, I'm kind of boned and not being able to pick it up again. So I'm going to hold on to it for the time being. We'll look into potentially... Oh, hello. We'll look into potentially finding out more about where we can place it. I have a feeling there's probably a special area that we're supposed to have to place it instead of actually on that. Because it feels like there wouldn't be a chest on top of it if we had to. But we will see. I'll leave it in my inventory for now, and we'll store it in a safe place when we get the opportunity to. But for now, we'll leave it and not place it. I mean, it's not going to hurt too much right now if we don't, potentially gain an extra life or something. Okay, there's a chest over there. We've got a creeper. Let's see if I can... You know what? I'm just going to let it blow up. Let's grab this coal. Let's grab this chest. Oh, look at that. That looks cool. Ooh, that's nice. One of those is nice. Okay. Uh-oh. Do I have some more cobble? I should have enough cobble. Slap that bad boy down. Make me some building blocks. No! No, stop it. Ah. Okay, this is gonna be one of those situations. Ah. Did I throw it on the ground? I don't think I did because the item wasn't floating. Okay. Hoop. Nope. Not that. Hoop. That. Hoop. Ooh. Ooh. Thank you for the carrot. We can actually plant that. Have a renewable food source. The game doesn't give us anything. Okay, no, we didn't throw the planks. I think we can use those planks as a, I think we can use these planks as a, our building block for the time being. We also need a axe. And it wouldn't hurt to make a pickaxe. Is that a... I heard the zombie. What happened? I don't know. Okay. Well, whatever. Okay, I see some signs and light over here. Let's investigate into that first and go from there. I think we're pretty close to the end of the episode for today. If we can find somewhere safe, then let's... oh, there's a chest over there. We can get to that later. Oh, there's a pig over here. Let's get to that first. If we can find somewhere safe, I could just call the episode there for today. These structures lead to the TP hub. When you're inside, don't break or place blocks. Sounds like you should give us adventure mode if that's the case. Can we actually break them? No, I think we have mining fatigue, don't we? Yeah, okay. So we can't break blocks anyways. We can place them, though. Ooh. Oh, this is a fancy room. Guessing these are close to grand pastures, dunes. Huh. Okay. Okay. I see what's going on here. So we got ourselves a TP hub to go to all the various areas. Button shall appear here when you use the monument TP. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. I like it. I like it. Awesome. So we've been going for a while, like 30, 40 minutes at this point. I think that's a good point to call it there for today. Thanks for joining as always, everyone. Oh, also, look at that, sweet Kate. Thanks for joining as always, everyone. And I'll catch you all next time. Bye.